I destroyed the man who sexually harassed me, got him fired, ruined his reputation, watched his career disintegrate in real time. And for about 3 weeks, I felt like I'd won. Then I realized, victory doesn't always feel like victory. Sometimes it feels like you've burned down a house with yourself still inside. My name is Rachel. I'm 31 now, but this story starts 2 years ago when I was 29 and still believed that doing the right thing would make everything right. I worked at a mid-sized tech company, marketing coordinator. Nothing glamorous, but I liked my job, liked my team. I was good at what I did, and I was on track for a promotion. His name was Brian, senior director, 15 years older than me, married, 2 kids, the kind of guy who talked about his family constantly, showed everyone photos, coached his daughter's soccer team, wore a world's best dad mug to meeting. NGS. Everyone liked Brian. He was charming, funny, the kind of manager who remembered your birthday and asked about your weekend. You might be wondering when it started. Honestly, I can't pinpoint an exact moment. It crept in slowly, like mold. You don't notice it until it's everywhere. First, it was compliments that lasted a beat too long. You look really nice today, Rachel. With his eyes lingering on my body instead of my face. Then it was emails late at night. Nothing overtly sexual, but personal. Too personal. Asking about my dating life. Telling me about problems in his marriage. Then it was the touching. A hand on my lower back that stayed there. His arm around my shoulders in group photos. His hand sliding lower each time. Standing too close when we talked. Cornering me in the break room. And the comments. God, the comments. You should wear skirts more often. Your boyfriend a lucky guy. If I were 10 years younger. The breaking point came at the company holiday party. December. Open bar. Everyone drinking. I'd had 2 glasses of wine. Not drunk, just relaxed enough to let my guard down. Brian found me near the coat check. I was getting ready to leave. Hey, he said. His breath smelled like whiskey. You leaving already? Yeah, I have an early morning tomorrow. He stepped closer. Too close. I could feel the heat coming off. Come on. Stay a little longer. Keep me company. I really should go. And then his hand was on my waist, pulling me toward him. You know, he said, his mouth near my ear. I've been thinking about you a lot. Lately, I froze. You know how people say fight or flight? They forget about the third option, freeze. Your body just stops, like it's trying to disappear. His other hand moved at my side, toward my chest. Brian, stop. Come on, he said. Don't be like that. You've been flirting with me. For months. Something snapped. I shoved him. Hard. He stumbled backward, shocked. What the hell, he said. Don't ever touch me again, I said. My voice was shaking. Don't talk to me. Don't even look at me. I grabbed him. Why coat and left. I cried the entire drive home. Not just because of what happened, but because I knew what came next. I'd have to report it. And reporting it meant everything would change. I didn't sleep that night. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying every interaction I'd ever had with Brian. Had I been flirting? Had I done something to encourage this? No, I knew I hadn't. But that's what they do to you. These men who weaponize power. They make you question yourself. Make you believe that somehow you asked for it. I reported it the next Monday. Went straight to HR. A woman named Patricia with a kind face and a legal pad. Tell me what happened, she said. So I did. The emails, the touching, the holiday party, everything. She took notes, nodded, thanked me for coming forward. We take these allegations very seriously, she said. We'll investigate immediately. In the meantime, you won't have to work directly with Rian. I wanted to believe her. I wanted to believe that the system would work, that doing the right thing would lead to the right outcome. But here's what I didn't know. When you report someone powerful, you don't just accuse one person. You force everyone else to choose. Aside, the investigation took 3 weeks. During those 3 weeks, I became invisible. People stopped making eye contact in the hallway. Conversations died when I entered a room. My lunch invitations dried up. One of my teammates, someone I considered a friend, pulled me aside. "I just think," she said carefully, "that maybe you're overreacting. Brian's a good guy. He's just friendly." Friendly. That word, like his hands on my body, were a personality trait. Like harassment was just being sociable. "He assaulted me, Jen," I said. She looked away. "I mean, it was at a party. Everyone was drinking. Maybe it was just a misunderstanding." That's when I understood. Most people don't want justice. They want comfort. They want to believe that bad things don't happen in their world, in their company, with their friends. And I was disrupt. That comfort. Brian didn't stay quiet either. He had his own narrative. I found out later, through the office grapevine, that he was telling people I'd come on to him, that I was trying to sabotage him because he'd rejected me, that I was unstable, vindictive, a liar, and people believed him, because of course they did. He was senior leadership. He'd been there 12 years. I was just a marketing coordinator who'd been there 18 months. The day they fired him, I thought I'd feel triumphant. Patricia called me into her office. "We've completed our investigation," she said. "We found your claims to be credible. Brian's employment has been terminated, effective immediately." I should have felt vindicated. I should have felt safe. But all I felt was tired. When I walked back to my desk, the silence was deafening. People weren't just avoiding eye contact now. They were staring. Their faces a mixture of pity, curiosity, and judge me. NT. The promotion I was supposed to get, it went to someone else. Given everything that's happened, my manager said, "We think it's best if you focus on your current role for now." My work best friend stopped returning my tea. I started having panic attacks in the bathroom stall. My hands would shake during meetings. I'd lie awake at night, replaying everything, wondering if I'd done the right thing. Because here's the dirty little secret about winning. It doesn't erase the violation. It doesn't undo the hands on your body or the words in your ear. It just gives you a different kind of pain too. Carrie, I got my justice. But I lost my job, my friends, my reputation, and my peace of mind. 3 months after Brian was fired, I quit. There was nothing left for me there. For a year, I was angry. Not just at Brian, but at everyone. At the system that made me choose between my safety and my career. At the co-workers who chose comfort over truth. At myself for not being stronger, for not handling better. I went to therapy. My therapist told me I was experiencing moral injury. The trauma of doing the right thing in a system that punishes you for it. Slowly, I started to rebuild. I found a new job at a company with more women in leadership. I made new friends. I started sleeping through the night again. But I'm not the same person I was. I'm more guarded, less trusting. I see power dynamics everywhere now. I notice the subtle ways people protect predators, because it's easier than confronting them. I used to believe that if you stood up for what was right, you'd be celebrated. Now I know that sometimes you stand up alone, and you have to be okay with that. You have to know that your integrity is worth more than EIR approval. Brian got another job, by the way. I heard through a mutual connection. Different industry, lower title, but he landed on his feet. Of course he did. That used to make me furious. Now it just makes me tired. Because the world isn't fair. Bad people don't always get what they deserve. And good people get hurt trying to make things right. But here's what I know now. I didn't do it for him. I did it for me. I did it for every other woman he might have targeted. I did it because my body is not public property, and my silence was not for sale. The cost was higher than I ever imagined. But I'd pay it again, because the woman I was before, the one who believed the system would protect her, she needed to die. And the woman I am now, she knows how to protect herself. She knows that some fires are worth starting, Eve. And if you get burned, this is a story that needed to be told. If it resonated with you, or brought up your own experiences. You're not alone. I read every comment, and I'd be honored to hear what this brought up for you. Let me know where you're watching from. Take care of yourselves.